Hello crafty friend, it's Justine. I've gone off the deep end, if you will, into the stitched snowflake pool. I already made one video with 2 snowflakes on my channel, but I really like this die and I thought I'd do some more, and I thought it would be fun to show you some different color snowflakes and just some other things that I've pulled in with the snowflake as some more inspiration for you if you are interested. So I'm going to start with this teal kind of Tiffany blue color background, and I used the metallic thread from DMC to stitch on the snowflake. I used washi tape to hold my tails down on the back. I would not recommend that unless you have a good washi tape. I was using up some of the cheapo stuff that I had in my craft room, and it proved to not be the best thing to use. So you can learn from my little issue and either use craft tape, double-sided tape, or glue, or just hold your thread and hide your knots. Here for a video of how to stitch on the snowflake. This one probably isn't for you, but you can check out my first video and I show you exactly how I stitch with this die. And I'll link that for you in the description so you can find it easily. Also, if you're looking for more inspiration with just stitching on cards in general, I have a whole playlist on my channel called Stitching on Cards, or called Stitching on Cards, that should give you some inspiration. I'm going to finish off this one with some embellishments. I think it would be kind of fun to use some of the ones that I have in my stash, so you might see some embellishments from card kits or just some older things that I have in my collection. Oh, these are just perfect. Why are these just my favorite gem pack ever? These gems are from the Damask Daydream card kit of the month. Yes, let's put them right there. That was a long time ago, and there was a ton of gems on this sheet, so it's kind of like the gem pack that keeps on giving. And I'm pretty sure I had 2 of those card kits because one of them went on mega clearance, and for $20 I could not pass it up. I had to get a second one because of all the goodies in that card kit. Oh, there it is. My first teal card. And I did add the Joy to the center, which was part of the add-on for this month. So I'll try to have everything linked in the description for you so you can find it really easily. But each card is going to be just a little different than the next. Now with this card, I went traditional Christmas colors, green and white. And then I pulled in another snowflake to add to the top of this one. So it has a little bit of extra dimension than the other cards that I've done so far. And that is what makes it kind of special. Now this snowflake that I'm adding on top of the big one comes from the new release for July here, the Stitched for Christmas collection. It comes with the stitched sweater, which I have just made a ton of those already. So if you're interested in seeing how I stitch on the sweater or how I make the snowflake, please check out the video. I'll have it linked for you in the description as well, and if I remember when I am editing, I will put a card on the screen right up here for you to see. To add on the little snowflake, I'm just going to add some liquid glue and pop it on to the big one. Nothing crazy, just some dimension here. And I am going to align it with the big one, at least the horizontal and the vertical and horizontal lines, just because that looks good to my eye. And then I'm going to pop on this little hexagon shape, which is again from the add-on from this month's clubs, and it says Joy. Ah, it fell. Oh boy. Well, now that there is a glue blob down there, we're definitely going to have to cover that up with some kind of a gem. So isn't it fun? I think if Bob Ross were here, he would say that that was a happy accident because a gem is always a good thing to add. I think I'm going to add these green, the light green ones with the gold flecks. Just pop that there. Oh look, it never happened. And then I'm going to kind of use these in a diagonal-ish line going from bottom left to top right. And I'm going to use kind of some of the chunky ones because this card is already a little chunky with the stitching. So it's okay if it has a little bit of chunk with the gems. Is chunk a weird word? I'm sorry if that bothers anyone. Okay, I'm going to put one more here. We'll go with an odd number. Oh, that is so pretty. I love that. Okay. It's going to be hard to pick a favorite, but if you could try to find a favorite and let me know at the end in the comments. Perhaps if you are a subscriber, you know that I have loved glimmering. I have so much glue over my hands. But anyway, I've loved glimmering recently in the last few months, and my favorite glimmer foil is from Spellbinders, and it's called Moon Dust. Here it is. Isn't that gorgeous? It reads green, purple, blue. Those are some of my favorite colors. So Moon Dust is my favorite glimmer foil. And I just had to use it for this foil because it says Christmas Blessings, which I just adore. The sentiment is from Yana's collection, The Delightful Christmas. I will have that linked in the description as well, and I thought that it would look really cute on this blue card. When I stitched this one, I used variegated embroidery thread, and I really like the end result for this one. It just looks really pretty. Now I think I'm going to use these gems here that are kind of like a delicate silver, and we're going to go the other way from right to top left just to keep it interesting here. And I think I will use 5 gems if I can get my placement right. Otherwise we're going to have to go with 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do one more little guy. Gorgeous. Alrighty. This is kind of like a mini stitched update video because I've been making so many of these. With this card, I'm going to have Noel be in the center, but I wanted to put the gems on the tips of the snowflake and just have this be kind of a blingy card with the pink. I thought that that would look really cute. I better move that gem over. I'm trying to kind of center the gem in the circle of the end piece here. All right, now I just have to add on the Noel, and I did die cut this out with the gold mirrored cardstock just to give it a bit of shine and glamour. Perfect. I love when things do not go how I want them. Hopefully you can relate to my mistakes. I don't know. Okay, there's that. And now we have one last card. This one is navy blue. It was definitely fun to stitch with this white paper. If you can see here, that's the linen finish cardstock from Spellbinders. Usually it's what the card bases are made of. And one time recently, not just once in my whole crafting time, but I put my card base on backwards, so I just had to chop off the front part, and I ended up with one back piece. And then instead of throwing that away, I used it to die cut out my beautiful snowflake here, and it has a little texture, which is kind of fun and a little bit different than just using plain white cardstock. I'm going to pop another one of those smaller snowflakes on top of it, again for dimension. A little color change there too. And then we're going to finish off with a teeny tiny stamped sentiment. Now this one is from the Stamp and Die of the Month for July. It's part of a bigger piece, but I just wanted the Happy New Year on there, just in case I needed a New Year card that wasn't specifically for Christmas. since they are 2 different holidays. And it's really subtle, but it's really cool. And I really like playing around with things and seeing how it goes and how things work out. So it's always fun to try different things. Okay, I think for this snowflake, I'm going to pull out these, which are the little half circles from Spellbinders, and this is the cosmic color, and just really have the ends pop. I loved how that turned out on the pink one, so I think this is going to work out well. Someone recently commented about my Minnesota accent, and I definitely hear it when I just said out. But that's what happens when you grow up and live in Minnesota. You're gonna get an accent. And after hearing and watching other YouTubers that don't live in Minnesota, I really notice my accent way more than normal. Especially when I watch, I watch my friend Melanie Smith, who is from Georgia, and she has her Georgia, Southern-ish accent, which is so fun to hear. And I am really into acrylic paint pouring, and a lot of creators that I watch for that kind of content are from Europe or from the Netherlands, and they have a really neat accent as well. So I love people, it's just fun hearing different accents and whatnot, and I definitely have my own of Minnesotan. Anywho, here are all of the cards I made today. I'd like you to pick a favorite if you would, and let me know in the comments. You can just tell me pink, dark blue. You can tell me pink, navy, teal, blue, green. Which one is your favorite? I think that if I had to pick a favorite, I probably would pick this teal. It's kind of like a Tiffany blue. I'm kind of debating if this is the color that I want to paint my craft room. Shocking, I know. I can't decide on a paint color, and so help me, I am not doing it white, I am not doing it cream or beige or gray, so it's just not my thing. So I'm kind of leaning toward this. I don't know. I might even take this to Home Depot and pick a paint. We'll see. I don't know. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Have a great rest of your day. Anyway, if you have any questions regarding stitching or card making, let me know in the comments. I'd love to help you out. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I hope you get to craft soon. We'll see you next time. Bye!